Hey guys, it's James Upjohn here. Today I want to talk to you about projects and profiles in Magic Submitter, the differences between the two. So over in the left hand corner of the screen, you're going to see a folder icon with a green arrow pointing out of it. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to have a quick look at Manage Projects. And to do that, I'm going to click on Manage Project. We will click on Create a New Project. And let's just say, for example, I had a bunch of clients that were in the restaurants niche. What I can do is I can create a new profile, a new project called Restaurants. And then when I click Save on, I've now got a project created called Restaurants. So I can close this tab now. And in the drop-down menu, I've now got a new project called Restaurants, and there's the default one there. So the first thing we did was we created the project called Restaurants, and I'm now going to ask Magic Submitter to go out and create the first profile for me. So what we're going to do here is, first of all, is we're going to create a new profile through Magic Submitter, and all we need to do is click Fill Profile. So I'm going to choose Download Pre-Created Account. What I'm going to do next is I'm just going to click OK on that, and Magic Submitter is going to go off, connect to its database, and it's going to download a pre-created account for me. So now that Magic Submitter is connected to the database, you can see that it's pulled off some information for us here. And at the bottom of the profile, we've got a few fields that we need to fill in. So it needs to include a HTTP. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin some random sites. Let's just say like Facebook or Google or Yahoo or Bing. You can put as many of these in as you like, and then I'm just going to put a .com on the end, so that when Google comes along and checks out this site, the person that has created this blog has got a homepage URL of bing.com. The next thing that I'm going to look at is the site title, but let's just say, for example, I wanted my blogs to have the title Restaurants Info Blog. Like I say, you can spin this, and then finally the site description is going to be used in our Web 2.0 properties as the meta description tag. This is the black text that appears under the title in the search results, and we can just keep this quite simple, something like check out this amazing blog that discusses all things related to the restaurants niche. Obviously, we need to spin this one as well. In one of the later videos, I am going to be talking to you about spinning. But in very simple terms, if we just click on this wizard and you've got the Magic Article Rewriter, all we need to do is just click on the binoculars and you'll get here, check out. All we need to do is click on the notepad and pencil, and we can say look at or take a look at, and we can say this amazing, we can say fantastic, incredible, marvelous, superb, remarkable blog, we can say web blog, internet page, and all I'm doing to go from one word to the next, at the moment I'm on blog. If I want to press tab, it'll move to the next word, and tab again moves me to covers. I can say looks at, talks about, press tab again, all things is everything, related to is associated with, the restaurants, we could say the dining establishments, the eating places, dining places, let's just say niche, industry or field. Okay, so we can do that there, and we can click OK, and basically that's going to be the first profile created right there. The last thing that we need to do is just quickly click test connection, just to make sure that Magic Submitter is able to successfully connect to that email address that is created. Sometimes when you're trying to create an account with Magic Submitter, you will get an error saying that it can't connect to the mailbox, or when you're trying to manually create an account using the Outlook option, you might see an error that says unable to create account. If that happens, first of all, make sure that if you're running any proxy switchers, let's say like HMA for example, make sure that the first thing you'll try and do is change your IP address. Some of the IP addresses in HMA do block port 995 by default, and you can see that this is the port that the POP's connecting to. Change your IP address, Try and recreate the account again. And one of the other things that you can also do to try and create the account is when we're in the profile here, if we double click on this particular profile that we've just created, or we highlight it and click open down here, Magic Submitter is going to take us to that project. We can see that in the bottom corner of our screen, and we can see that we're now in profile name Restaurants 1. Hopefully that's explained projects and profiles for you. The only other thing that I would like to mention is that rather than just creating one profile per project, make sure that you create a few profiles per project so it doesn't always look like it's the same person linking back to you over and over again. I really hope that that's been helpful to you. I look forward to speaking to you again. Thank you very much.